Hello, eighth grade parents. I'm Miss Rossi, and I'm so excited to speak with you all about what to expect in eighth grade science this year at Notre Dame Academy. And so in the eighth grade year of science, students explore physical science, essentially the building blocks of chemistry and physics that will help them in upper school. A brief blurb about me. While this is my first year teaching at Notre Dame Academy, this is my 10th year in education. I currently teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science here at Notre Dame and have experience with all three ages and contents in my previous experiences as well. I am a runner and have coaching experience, and I look forward to coaching opportunities here at Notre Dame. I have a BA in science education, and my master's is in curriculum and instruction, as well as I have an ESOL and gifted and talented endorsement added to my certificate. If you were to ever take a peek into my classroom, you would see student-centered learning. You would see students investigating, research, designing with my guidance to help them build those skills that they'll need to succeed in their next steps. Sometimes we hear physical science, we hear chemistry, we hear physics, and it can be a little nerve-wracking. But I love physical science, and it has a lot of opportunities to be fun and hands-on. And so we start with structure and properties of matter. We also explore the law of conservation in both matter and energy, forces in motion, Newton's laws, waves, magnetism, and electricity, as well as the force of gravity's effect on matter. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade fall into the MYP of science for IB. And all three levels have the same subject aims or goals. We want students to do more than just recall the facts about chemistry. We want them to apply science skills and build on those skills as they grow. Appreciating science, inquiring, designing, reflecting, problem solving, judging, communicating, skills that they can apply to other areas of their life outside of science as well. Each day, students will need the following materials. Their text is an app connected to Ed McGraw-Hill, but it's called Inspired. It's a great resource for videos, articles, and for formative quizzes. They'll need a binder section or notebook, essentially just a place to host science notes and papers. A charged iPad will be beneficial for research and designing presentations. And then I encourage students to bring their personal items for collaboration and design, such as sticky notes, markers, scissors, highlighters, color pencils, their preference. While I provide these items in the classroom, I still encourage students to bring their own. There's a lot of opportunities for hands-on investigations in physical science, demonstrations, whether it's exploring how chemical or physical reactions occur, to demonstrating forces in motion through sports, to using magnetic and electric supplies to observe fields. There's a ton of ways we're going to get hands-on with physical science this year. Some collaborative projects include designing a periodic table, a roller coaster advertisement, designing a food menu based on the methods of heat transfer, as well as electromagnetic spectrum research and practical application exploring. And so I am super passionate about these projects, and I know you're going to love seeing what your students and children create this year. 8th grade is a special year in the middle school lab. While students have already had experience going to the STREAM lab in Schroeder Hall, 8th graders are going to have the opportunity to use the science labs in Kavanaugh Hall throughout the year. We want to get students ready for upper school and what to expect, and we'll build on those expectations throughout the year. through inquiring, respecting those materials, and then now was as well as using evidence and reasoning to support scientific claims. That's what we'll focus on in the science lab. You'll see three types of grades rather, for 8th grade science. Notes, graphic organizers, discussions, participation, and homework will be marked with checks in PowerSchool. Quizzes, classwork, labs will be graded on a 100-point scale. This table can give you an indication of what a number on a 100-point scale reflects. It ties in similarly to the MYP IB grades on the 0 through 8 scale. That will be used for our summative tasks, and it will assess the following criteria for middle school science: knowing and understanding, inquiring and designing, processing and evaluating, and then reflecting on the impacts of science. We want students to bring their personal experiences into science to make connections, whether it's something they read or hear about in the news. Maybe they're technology apps that they already know and love. How can they use these apps to explore science? And then reflecting on anything they have gone through and bringing those personal experiences into class. I'm looking forward to an amazing year with these 8th grade students. And if you ever need to reach me at any time, the best way is through my email, crossi@ndacademy.org. Thank you so much.